Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Monday morning. It is now the 26th day of August, 2024, and this is the morning briefing. Hope you all had a great weekend, and man, what a fun weather weekend that was, with some of the showers and thunderstorms we had during the day on Saturday, and of course, the much cooler temperatures. This highs in Sacramento stayed in the upper 70s on both Friday and Saturday. Yesterday, upper 80s, still cooler than average. And yesterday, it was just a spectacular day, in my opinion anyway, with clear skies, that light breeze, very comfortable temperatures, great air quality after the little bit of rain that many areas had. Yeah, just spectacular. Now, as we go through the next few days, what we're going to be talking about are warmer days. It's been a few weeks since we've seen temperatures above 100 degrees, and we're likely going to do that this week. Maybe not going way above 100, but we'll likely see temperatures, not today, but Tuesday, Wednesday at least, probably in that 100, 102 range, something like that. So let's get to what's happening first thing this morning. We have mainly clear skies. There is a bit of the marine layer building here, but otherwise skies will stay clear throughout the area. Another really good air quality day as well. Keep in mind that as I'm recording this, the sun is just beginning to come up and illuminate parts of Utah. The satellite doesn't have enough data here to enough light to give us the clear skies over California at this earlier hour that I'm recording this. One other thing I wanted to show you today is, yes, we're talking about some warmer days ahead, but I wanted to show you this graph that the Weather Service puts out. So this is off the National Weather Service homepage on their webpage. And what we're looking at here are the high and low temperatures as we go through the year. And underlying it, the red area, these are record highs for any given day. These are record lows. And then these are the average. This is would be the average high. This is the average low. And then the blue line, these are the actual of what we have had. The thing I want to point out is, while we are talking about some hotter days this week with temperatures going above 100, I want to point out where we are. Because yes, we're going to be seeing some heat, but we are now on the downhill side of this. And you can see that. The hottest part of the year was here in July. And even though we had some heat in the second half of July, it wasn't quite as hot as what we saw earlier. And then this is the heat we had in early August, not as hot as what we had in July. And then this is the last few weeks where we've had the cooler maximum temperatures. This is the weekend, and then this is yesterday. So these are the highs we had in the upper 70s over the weekend, and then this is yesterday. The average right now is at 92, and as you can see, as we head through the month of September, that slides down, and eventually by the time we get into December, the average high is in the upper 50s. And also note the record highs. Now, the record highs are still pretty consistent here in that 105, 108 range. This little spike here is what we had a couple of years ago when we saw those highs go above 110 and that 116 that we had in early September. But for the most part, as you can see, the trend line is lower. And while we will see temperatures in the next couple of days get up to this range, going back up to 100, that's lower than here. So again, you just kind of look at the trend here of what we're looking at and notice where we are. So while we're talking about more days above 100, we are not talking about a return to the much hotter weather we had in July. And the other thing I always note that this time of year, and especially as we get into early September and we can see hot days, other than that really hot spell we had a couple of years ago, if we get a high of 102 in early mid-September, the overnights drop off pretty nicely just because the overnights are so much longer. And you'll see that here with the average lows starting to come down as well. So I just wanted to give you an idea of where we are. It's always good to take a look at the big picture and just take stock of the way the year has gone and just where we are. And if you were looking at this as a stock chart, you would be saying, yeah, sell, because everything is heading in a lower direction. All right, let's take a look at the big picture here, the 500 millibar chart. Because, we have, this is the low that we had over the weekend, and then now we have ridging moving in behind it. And with that, temperatures go above 100 degrees. But like I said, nothing too high. Today, temperatures will stay in the range of the upper 90s, so about a 10-degree jump from yesterday. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, we see temperatures in that 100, 102 range. And then we have a little low developing off the coast. and that might try to bring some monsoon moisture to the Sierra by the time we get to the end of the week and the weekend, although the models aren't really consistent on that just at this point. And then farther down the road, the models have been going back and forth on what to do with this low. Some of the earlier runs over the course of the weekend turned that into a cutoff low. Some of them are turning this into a more passive, a more progressive system. And this is up to around this is next Monday, Tuesday, of this low going by to the north. And we, again, could see some Sierra thunderstorms or showers because of that. And another wave tries to come up here. That would be a classic monsoon flow around the 7th or 8th of September. But other than that, the next couple of days should be pretty clear. This is the way the NAM shows it this morning with what we're looking at here is cloud cover. That's the marine layer. And as I go through the next few days, you see that we stay clear. The marine layer stays in place. We may see a nice onshore breeze in the afternoons. So temperatures will go above 100, but likely still drop down to anywhere to 58 to 62 first thing in the morning. But this gets us all the way into the day on Thursday without anything in the way of significant cloud cover in the Sierra. That may change by the time we get into the day on Friday. But otherwise, yes, the next few days will be warm, but nothing too hot. And again, I just kind of go back to that trend line that I showed you. So while we're talking about some days over 100, it's not the, oh, here we go again sort of thing. It's been a few weeks, but yeah, we're not quite done with our 100 just yet. And the other thing to keep in mind is that the latest we've ever seen 100 degrees in Sacramento was October 10th. And, October 10th actually isn't that far away, 6-7 weeks. So we really are on the downhill side of our hot weather. So maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better with these hotter afternoons we've got coming up this week. That's everything I've got for you this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.